episode 123 of the Super Parent Syndrome, and I am your host, Dr. Nick Fanning. Today, we're going to be talking about where is this even headed? Sit back and relax. Let's get started.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
So I have been redoing my podcast as I've been listening to them. I've been trying to learn. I've been trying to adapt, and we are getting things spicier and spicier. So here's the thing. This is your chance to jump on, or GTFO, folks. All right, so here's the thing. So my podcast has a couple purposes. First thing is, of course, results. We talked about that last episode. I'm going to make sure that I'm using more polarizing content, making sure it's more impactful, because I want to make sure that a year from now, you're going to look back and be shocked at the type of person you are. So here's the thing. The way I'm going to do that, and the whole reason that this podcast exists, is for a couple things. One is that I'm trying to get rid of basically the guilt of being a parent. So we want to get rid of mom guilt. We want to get rid of dad guilt, because there is enough pressure and there's enough things attacking us that it seems like we're on these little islands. We don't know who else is struggling, but we're struggling, and we don't want to talk to anybody about it. And so we have this guilt that we're not doing enough, or we have guilt that we're not doing enough for ourselves. And so basically we're just got to drop all that crap. Okay. We're going to stop beating ourselves up. And then that's purpose number one. But then I also have a greater purpose in there. Okay. And honestly, it's like this. I'm going to drop an F-bomb here. I'm going to drop it in 3, 2, 1. This thing is about fuck mediocrity. I'm serious. I am so sick of us sedating and not being real. We got to wake up, folks. It is time for no more filters on Instagram. No more showing off this perfect bullshit life on Facebook. We're not going to be just competing to have the best snacks at preschool. We're not going to be trying to hide our shit. We are going to be authentic, and instead we are going to be powerful people. We're going to be authentic. And it's going to be refreshing, because we're going to refill your cup. And then with that kind of power and that kind of energy, imagine what you're passing on to your kids. Now, for some of you, you're just like, oh, dear God, what did I sign up for? Deleted. And that's fine. That's what I mean. I'm pushing some of you guys away. For some of you who are like, heck yeah, let's get this going. Here we are. So here's the thing. Here's a couple of realities of where we're currently at and what we got to wake the hell up. Our kids are getting sicker and sicker. Childhood cancer is at its all-time high. In America, because this thing does go global, this podcast does, in America, our life expectancy for our children is actually decreasing. It is not a vaccination issue. It is not something like that. We are just doing terrible work on ourselves. In fact, in developed countries, we are starting to drop drastically in 1, overall life expectancy, okay? 2, infant mortality, because we just can't take care of ourselves. Okay, we are more in debt than we've ever been in the history of this world. We are more medicated. We are more depressed. Things are going down in a ball of fire, folks. Now, whether you coach with me or somebody else, or you take this information and you run with it, okay, we're going to talk about getting real results. We're not talking about like, oh, I dropped 5 pounds and I feel pretty good. I'm still taking 6 medications and my kids are cursing at me. No, we're talking about the fact that you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to fill your cup, and you're going to empower those kids because they see what mom and dad are doing, and they want some of that too. We're getting real results here. I want you to look, like I said, I want you to look back a year from now and be shocked at the person who started this. And it's not going to be one of those things where we're just jolting for 30 days and making a massive change. No, we're talking about small, consistent, easy actions and having something that we end up being absolutely amazed by. Okay? Here's the thing. There's a couple goals I have on there. I want to make sure that you are so impacted and so shocked and so driven by this that you feel like you have to share this podcast, that you feel like, man, I can't keep this a secret. I need to make sure that my friends are on this, or I hear about this, or I need to share it on social media because holy crap, this is good. Okay. Because you are and here's the thing, whether or not you decide to share it or not, maybe you'll even start your own. And that's how real change happens, because you wake up and you're like, man, I got this message. I got to do something. I got to share my passion and my energy for XYZ. Okay, that's how you make change in the world. So I'm just being blank. I'm going to sell you on opportunities to work with me. that's going to happen. Not right now, but it's going to happen. And for some of you, the biggest thing that you have to work on right now is actually opening up your mind or opening up your ideas and vision for what yourself and what your life could be. For some of you, you're so stuck in a rut and you have no idea what you've been doing. You've been on cruise control or you've been coasting. You have no idea how powerful you could really be or what you could actually accomplish. And I'm telling you that it's a real possibility because the most beautiful creation in all time and earth is us. We have this ability to invent and to create and just share our passions. And we got to do that because if you look at the way that we've been doing things, the world is burning, folks. I am sorry. We talk about doom and gloom. This is it. You're living it. We got to save our babies. And the only way we're going to do that is becoming powerful mofos ourselves. So I hope you're with me. Otherwise, unsubscribe. If you're with me, subscribe. If you're with me, go to Pep Talk for Parents, sign up for the email so that way you get this delivered to your inbox so there's no excuses. If you're with me, subscribe to this, okay? And then I can tell you this. My whole goal is to get you, to charge you, to polarize you, to push you, to make you believe in yourself again. Because when we were 7 or 8 and we were thinking about what we're going to be when we grow up, we thought we were going to be the best of the best. And for some reason, we've adopted that message of mediocrity over time. We've gotten beaten down. And instead, it's time to rally, folks. It's time to rally. We're going to get spicy here. So thank you for spending time with me. This is all for today. I want you to think about what is the possibility, what is possible for yourself in the next coming year. What could you accomplish if you got better 1% every single day?
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.